YouTube, my name is Mesa Sean, and welcome back to another Destiny 2 video. Alright folks, we've got a number of things to cover in this video. It's going to be a little on the spoiler heavy side if you've not completed the Traveler's Chosen questline, or have looked at the lore, or paid attention to what Zavala talked about after he gave you the weapon. And I don't know guys, it's kind of like a plot twist, or perhaps, I don't know, this could change everything, especially with relating things to the Destiny content vault. That's where Bungie can take things in and out from both Destiny 1 and also Destiny 2. I just threw in some semi-decent PvP gameplay. You guys know I am terrible at it, so I figured I'd mix it up a little bit and not just show you the same old trailers over and over. Let me show you some just decent PvP gameplay. But yeah, we're going to talk about that, and then also a real quick PSA. Next week is going to be an amazing week to farm the Nightfalls, alright? So let's get into it, guys. If you enjoy this video, a like rating is very much appreciated. Subscribe if you're not a subscriber. I want to earn your subscription. And if you really want to help the channel out and support me and my streams on YouTube, become a channel member. We've got an amazing Destiny 2 Mesa Army community over on Discord, and also the channel members themselves have set up a clan which goes to PC, Xbox, and also PS4. It's an amazing community. Join today, guys. Let's get into it. Before we get into spoiler area, well, looks like Bungie is throwing us a bone. Check it out. Next week in Destiny, double Nightfall, the ordeal rewards in the Lake of Shadows. Of all strikes they pick that for double rewards, which is absolutely awesome because it's a fun strike, it's fast, you can kind of speed run it, and I know I will be grinding it out next week. And more than likely, Bungie got the idea from us as a community when there was that one time where, yeah, the Nightfall ordeal was glitched and it was giving double rewards. I think it was the Warden of Nothing strike that week, and so they said, yeah, you know what, let's do that for the community, and I think it's great, awesome. Let me know in the comments section, will you be grinding out the Nightfalls next week? I'm gonna try to. Alrighty, let's get into spoiler territory if you did not get the Traveler's Chosen or have checked the lore, and it's pretty fascinating. We're gonna go through it. So we completed the Traveler's Chosen questline, where we get the weapon, but more importantly, we get a whole bunch of lore. And it all took place, or all the quest steps took place on the destinations that are getting vaulted and are going away. Now, Bungie did say the premise of the Destiny content vault is to take things in and out, right? So, which means that at some point, some of these destinations could come back down the road in year 5, 6, 7. Who knows how many years we have with regards to Destiny 2, and even if there is going to be a Destiny 3. I know a number of you have said, Luke Smith said, somewhere, no Destiny 3. I still think they're going to have to do it at some point. I hope they do. But anyway, that's a whole other topic for a whole other video. Now, with regards to destination vendors, I'm still placing bets in the comment section if you want to join me in it, that Uldren is coming back, and, well, we know he's alive, but he's going to be the Cosmodrome vendor, simply because of the markings on his chess piece, the markings on this map that Bungie put out in the I think it was last week's This Week at Bungie, where each destination has its own set of triumphs, and yeah, I think Uldren's going to be the vendor on the Cosmodrome. Now, the lore is going to implicate what happens, or the demise of some of the vendors. We've got Brother Vance, we've got Sloan, we've got Grumpy Ashermere, who I never knew that he was a warlock, yeah, and also Anna Bray, and possibly maybe even a promotion for Anna Bray. I don't know. We'll have to read into these things here. Now, where I say this kind of changes everything, or is kind of like a plot twist, is because, well, if these destinations are going into the DCV, Destiny Content Vault, and they ever come back, well, I'm going to tell you right now, the lore implicates some of these vendors we're never going to see again, or possibly die. Kind of like how I do every time I get a kill. Although this game I put up 30 kills, or whatever, 30 KAD or KDA, whatever it's called. Anyway, go in and check your lore after you get the Traveler's Chosen, and you'll see this. You will have a whole bunch of tabs to read, and it's called Duress and Egress. And there's some really information, and it talks about what happens to these vendors once the evacuation is complete of the destinations. And the database does say that at some point we are going to get some sort of live event I was about to say this summer, well, before Beyond Light. I'm guessing probably similar to when the Almighty crashed, where we might see the destinations actually get destroyed by the pyramids or something. And I don't know how they're going to play that into the story, because if they're going to pull things in and out of the content vault, you can't have a destination blown up by the pyramids. Maybe the pyramids consume a destination. I don't know. Sound off in the comment section. I'm just putting my tinfoil hat on here. Maybe the darkness can consume a destination, and then 2 years from now, when they want to bring that back, we have to go back in and get rid of the darkness or something, because the Veil have taken over. And yes, I'm still going with that. I think the Veil are the enemy race. That will be the new enemy type. So rather than reading you verbatim all the lore, which will be here for 2 hours, let's go through conveniently what Kotaku and also Polygon put together in 2 articles, which I will link in the description. So let's talk about grumpy old Ashermere over on Io. So, they condensed it here. Asher was the vendor on Io, a crusty old warlock. Never knew that. Forced to replace one of his original arms with that of a Vex Goblin. When the darkness, the giant pyramid ships currently invading each of the disappearing worlds, reaches Io, Asher decides to try and fight back rather than leave. The Asher conclusion chapter, and that's going to be a lore tab, shows Ashermere descending into the Pyramidion, which I'm going to miss that strike, guys. Let me know in the comments section. Are you going to miss some of the strikes going away? I know that's definitely that one and Savathun's song. Anyway, it goes on to say that, okay, he moves past traps familiar to Guardians who have plunged to their depths 100 times in the last 3 years. And believing that the darkness came to Io in search of secrets hidden inside the Pyramidion, Asher collapses the structure in on himself, burying its secrets and presumably killing himself in the process. Now, that you can read into, okay? Either he's dead, or it could be Bungie's way of down the road if they ever choose to bring Io back. And I do like Io as a destination. Okay, no, he's not really dead. He was just buried in the Pyramidion, and we got to go rescue him out of there again. But the lore does implicate that, yeah, he might be dead as Disco. I don't know. We'll find out. All right, let's talk about Commander Sloan. Commander Sloan over on Titan, she decides also, well, she's not leaving. She's going to actually fight the darkness. One-woman battle. I'm with you, girl. Well, in the Sloan Reestrad chapter, it says, Commander Sloan wraps her body in a high-tech suit of armor. After interfacing with the suit, she learns to control it, and she rushes off to fight a one-woman battle against the Hive and the Darkness. Now, the story doesn't explicitly say that Sloan perishes in her battle, but based on what we know about the Darkness, one Guardian, even a very powerful Guardian, cannot last long on their own. And it reads as more as kind of like a noble final charge than a success. So to me, with my tinfoil hat on, and when I read the lore, and I again encourage you guys, read that lore in game, to me, I see it as, yeah, she perishes. She dies with this fight. So another one that bites the dust. And I made a video the other night kind of speculating about some more lore where we think either Zavala dies or, well, the city's not happy with him. Guardians are not happy with him. However, in the last This Week at Bungie, we kind of can debunk that because they specifically say in the new quests, and also check out my TWAB video, which I will have annotated on screen. When we get our pursuits, we can do them in either Gambit, Strikes, or Crucible, and it does specifically say we get it from Zavala. So he's not going to be dying. All his voiceover lines that he's been making videos on Twitter about, yeah, he's heavily going to be involved in this next DLC. Let's talk about Brother Vance over on Mercury, and I'm sure everyone is happy about Mercury going away, but if you're new to Destiny 2 or want some background on Brother Vance, let's go through it. So, Brother Vance is not a Guardian, and he was never much of an ally either. Brother Vance was a fanboy and the vendor on Mercury, obsessed with the mythical warlock Osiris and the leader of his cult/fan club. Vance originally met the Guardians as the Trials of Osiris vendor in the original Destiny. Yeah, he was a cooler character. He was just so, like, mysterious in Destiny 1. Anyway, but as the darkness threatens to envelop Mercury, Brother Vance decides to wade into the planet's infinite forest to find Osiris, his idol, rather than return to the tower empty-handed. in the Vance Passery chapter, that's another lore tab you gotta go check out, we follow Brother Vance into the Infinite Forest for the first time. It's a psychedelic look at the portal of infinite space and time, seen through the blind eyes of a non-Guardian. But as Vance explores what he always wanted to know, he finds what seems to be another version of himself in the forest. The two struggle and the chapter ends. Vance finds himself in what seems to be a paradox, killing or being killed by a future or past version of himself. So in a nutshell, Sloan's, I would say, is the most open. Brother Vance walking away dead or injured, and Asher sounds like he was crushed under a rock when you read these lore tabs. Now, the only survivor, it seems, is going to be, well, Anna Bray from Mars. Well, what happens to Anna? She's going to be one of the only survivors, according to the lore, and she's coming to the tower. What does that mean? I am speculating she might be the new Hunter Vanguard. We don't have a Vanguard. We've got a Titan Vanguard. We've got the Warlock. Ikora, who is my favorite, but she's useless right now with nothing to do. And we need a Hunter Vanguard, so I got a feeling she might be it, but they say here the only survivor is Anna Bray, who returns to the tower with the remains of Rasputin the Warmind, likely trapped inside an exo. It's currently unclear if we'll ever hear from Asher, Sloan, or Brother Vance again, but Anna and Rasputin will play a major role in the next few years of Destiny 2's story. I'm really interested to see what My Name is Bife's take is going to be on all of this. In fact, I should probably send him a DM. I haven't talked to him in a long time. I want to hear his take on it, but more importantly, I want to hear your take on all of this, and what do you think is going to happen with these three characters, and also Anna Bray coming back as a Hunter Vanguard, and also good old Aldrin appearing on the Cosmodrome as the Cosmodrome vendor. So that's it, guys. Leave me a good old hashtag made it to the end if you did make it to the end, and do me a favor, drop a like in this video only if you see fit. Follow me on Twitter at Mesa Sean. Check out my stream, usually always on YouTube, and that's it. I am out of here like Vladimir, but also if you want to save a few dollars on some video games, head on over to g2a.com. I have an affiliate link in the description, and you just search the game that you want and look up the seller, make sure they have a good rating, and you can get some games pretty cheap. All right, I'll see you guys.